Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Eternal Clan Dragon by McFarlane. And relatively new, just came out I think a few days ago, at least that's when I got it. Um, yeah, it looks pretty awesome, even just in the box. Um, so yeah, I am actually pretty excited about this one, so let's just go ahead and we're going to open it up and take a look at what we got. Here he is. Very cool looking, very well designed. Um, when you take him out of the box, the wings aren't connected and he's not on a stand, so you have to pop him into those and pop the wings onto his back. Contrary to most McFarlane toys, it was very easy to attach them. It snaps in there. You can actually hear it snap. Whereas some of the older McFarlane toys, where you have to connect any sort of accessory or like wings or anything like that, it's just kind of it feels like they almost don't fit, and you just have to kind of like force it. But these snapped in very easily, snapped into place. Same with the stand, snapped into place. Both legs and the one hand that's touching, all snapped, so he's in there pretty securely, which is good because the base is kind of a. It's definitely a lot lighter than the Dragon. It's very hollow plastic. You can kind of hear it. It's kind of that plastic. But yeah, when it's all together, he looks great. It's very well designed. First thing I noticed is that the texturing, like, see if I can get him closer, like right here. I don't know how well you can see that. I'll try to bring it up close, but as always, it's very detailed and very well done. So like you can kind of see right here, the scales kind of stop and it turns into like, it's almost like iguana skin or, like snake skin. It's very leathery looking, but it's a very nice touch. And it's like that all the way around. Like it's just very well detailed. The texturing is very good. Same with the spikes and the horns. These are, I mean, they feel like spikes. They're not just like the flexible like rubbery plastic. They're very sharp actually. And the teeth, same with the teeth. Yeah, the teeth are also very sharp. So it feels very, yeah, it's very sturdy. Like I said, the tail is pretty much the only part that has any sort of like give to it. And the wings kind of do, but not really. He's very, just very sturdy. So yeah, the texturing looks great. Gonna turn him around. He fits onto the stand very well. You can see like the legs here are very flush with the rock that he's standing on, so it looks natural. There's not much of a gap, and so it looks very well done. It fits very well. Sometimes with the stands, you put them on there and it looks like they're hovering above the ground by a couple inches, or it's just kind of off center and it looks awkward. But yeah, this one, it looks all like one piece, which is cool. I thought maybe this arm turned because you can kind of see it looks like it's a separate piece. You can see this kind of opening right here. So I thought maybe it rotated because it goes all the way around, but it actually doesn't. There's like no articulation. Obviously that being because it's not a toy, it's just it's a statue kind of thing, figurine if you want to call it that. But yeah, even the texture on the wings is very well done. It's not just the paint, but it's the actual texture. Also one thing that I really liked is the edges right here. I apologize for the lighting, but the edges right here, it's actually like there's little tears in it, which looks very realistic to what you would assume a real dragon would look like on their wings. Anyway, I can't say what a real dragon looks like, obviously, because dragons aren't real. But I like the wear and the tears on the wings. In the, I guess, what do you call it, like a membrane, this part around here. It's very well done. The paint job is really good on the wings, the shading, just the overall texture. It's very good. Yeah, and like I said, the texture is very good. The only thing The only thing that I honestly kind of wish was different is I wish there was a little more contrast in the colors because it is basically just, I mean, there's a little bit of this rusty reddish color on the legs and the arms and on the upper body and on the head. But then everything else is kind of this splotchy, tan, sandy color. Um, and so the two colors are very almost blended together, which I guess maybe if you're going for realism, it works. But I kind of wish there was a little more contrast between at least maybe the body and the wings. I think that would have been cool if there was um, either part of the body was darker, like maybe up here where it's this reddish color, maybe make it like a more of a gray or a black, like a darker black. Um, but yeah, that's just personal preference. Because overall, I mean, it looks good. It's a good looking dragon. The eye, you can kind of see it has a pupil. They did detail that in. It's kind of hard to see. Um, but again, I kind of wish the eyes popped a little more. I mean, the color looks good. It's sharp, but it's almost, I don't know, it's almost not sharp enough. Like you just want it to kind of pop a little more. And the same with the mouth. Like inside the mouth, it's just black. Um, and that could be a design choice, or it could just be like a lack of detail. I don't know. But if there was some kind of, like fleshier color, at least maybe for like the tongue or something, or maybe have it like glowing colors back there to kind of go off the effect of, he's like a fire breathing dragon. I don't know, something. Because it is, you can see inside the mouth. You don't have to tip it to see it. The mouth is open, and so you just kind of notice it. But yeah, again, personal preference. Not gonna knock it for it. Oh, the head looks really cool from this angle. It's a very well designed thing. I love these spikes right here. Yeah, they're all very like sharp. They're legit spikes. Yeah, and all the limbs they're obviously separate pieces, but they're not meant to turn. Because you can kind of see a gap right here as well. But other than that, it blends in pretty well. There is a little bit of a gap right here between like where the tail starts and the back. I think that's just where they connected it. Well, obviously it is, but there's no function to it. It's kind of noticeable from the back, but from the front, not at all. In fact, I think it's only on the back, and then it stops right here between the plates. But in the wing right here, I mean, there's kind of a little gap where like the membrane part is kind of lifted off. I feel like that's supposed to be attached to the body, but the way it connects, it's just kind of pops out a little bit. So that is noticeable, but not huge. And I feel like, not to get into like dragon anatomy, where the wing connects right here, there's this, I'm assuming it's like bone or muscle, connects into like the back of the neck behind the arm here and like the shoulder area. And you would expect the kind of carry over into the body, but it just kind of stops, right? Stop right where the wing connects. So I mean, I guess if you're nitpicking, which I must be doing right now, it kind of looks like it could have been a little more continuous, just to make it, look a little more natural. This side's not as bad because there's kind of like a lump right here where it gives kind of the illusion that the muscle or the joint or whatever it is kind of goes under the skin here. So that's not bad. But yeah, the front's definitely a little more noticeable. But yeah. Yeah, the head looks really cool. Very well designed. I just love the way the spikes stick out right here and then they continue down the middle. Very cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably gonna do it. Like I said, not much to go over as far as articulation because there is no articulation. It's just a very cool, very well designed dragon. And dragons are always cool just because they're dragons, right? So Oh, I also kind of wish, you know, that I'm looking at it, like I wish the nails here, the claws, um, kind of wish they were like maybe like a darker color, just like a black or something, because they kind of just blend in with the rest of the fleshy tones. Um, yeah. All right, so that's gonna do it for our look at the Eternal Clan Dragon by McFarlane. Um, it'll be interesting to see if more of these are on the way. I personally would love to see more dragons by McFarlane. I think the way stuff is designed over there is just really cool, and dragons is a cool concept overall. Um, so yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please click like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me as I'm trying to continue to build this channel. And yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to see reviewed on this channel. You know, I'm gonna try to branch out, maybe do more than just figures, because that gets to be a lot of figures, right? And we have a lot of hobbies, at least I do. So yeah, thank you for watching the video and making it this far, and we will see you in the next one.